The flower industry in Kenya is approximately 30 years old. Probably slightly more than that, but for purposes of argument, let's just say it's 30 years old. And we started off knowing that for us to survive, we have to get organized. So any industry that wants to thrive in the local environment and move from hustle to being really structured is organization. Secondly, we knew that we work in a very volatile segment of both the economy in Kenya and in the marketplace, because we export almost 100% of everything that we produce. So we started off, apart from getting organized, is also looking at our quality. So embedding into what we do all the regulations both in the local market and in the international market, and working towards having a strategy of how we mitigate the challenges that usually arise from lack of implementing some of those regulations, and we knew those regulations would be dynamic. Thirdly, we started looking at quality, and for us, quality has to do with standards. So for Kenya Flower Council, for example, we started off with the standards. Even when you are able to go to the market and sell without having to subscribe to certain standards, we set up a standard, and these have become the most sought after standard. We call it the Kenya Flower Council Flowers and Ornamental Standard, which now is 30 years old. And it has a pull in the international market. If you're in the international market, anyone who wants to sell, you are asked, do you have the Kenya Flower Council certification and standard? Without getting organized, you cannot access, and you can't see those opportunities. So we have to open up and look at all these facets and ask ourselves, how are we actually ready to look at every segment of this and what it actually means for our business? And we're always open. We can learn from what we have done, because we have achieved a lot because of that organization.